Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to our council meeting tonight. I'd like to lead us in our prayer, and right from the prayer, we're going to the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Let us pray. Gracious and Heavenly Father, thank you so much for loving us. We ask you to bless these proceedings, and bless this city, bless these men and women who have been leading and in charge to lead our city, and also be with those who need your love and guidance. Just give us wisdom and understanding to make decisions that are acceptable to your sight. These things we ask. Amen. Attention, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Higginbotham, call roll, please.
Councilman Roberts.
Here.
President Logan.
Here.
Councilman Sullivan.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilman Hogg.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you. Item 4 on our agenda is a presentation by Chuck Gradeau. He's one of the members or team members for the Northport Bicentennial Committee. Chuck, thank you guys for coming up. And I know you got your whole team with you, so if you wanted to kind of recognize them, I didn't know if you want to put them on the spot.
Oh, I don't mind at all. I'm always good about putting people on the spot again. Well, first thing I want to say is thank you to Mayor Aaron for appointing the committee. We appreciate your support. Appreciate the council. And welcome our new councilman, Mr. Roberts. Good to have you here. First thing I want to do is get Ms. Lewis to hand out our, I call them swag bags, for lack of a better term, for each of the council. And Benny's going to hand out to everybody in the audience a thing about the passport, which is about, it's a little bit about technology on the end of this thing. And first thing I want to do is recognize all the team members of the committee. All these were appointed by Mayor Aaron. First one is Whitney Dubose. You had to raise your hand. Chuck Gradeau, that's me, and Whitney and I are the co-chairs. Representing the city of Northport are Mayor Aaron, Councilman Logan, Scott Stevens, Max Snyder, Kim Broughton, and representing the downtown merchants is one of our store owners, Crystal Buck, and representing the Kentuck Association is Nanny Jobson. She's not here tonight. And representing Friends of Historic Northport is Francis Poole. And our citizen and business designees are Jamie Lake, June Lambert, Robert and Louise Lewis, Nancy Dawkins, Tamaria Madison, and Tuffy Holland. We appreciate their time and talents that they're giving to this committee. Okay. The committee has met twice and will meet regularly over the next year to plan and implement programs for the bicentennial. We're also working with the Tuscaloosa County Bicentennial Committee. Rob Robertson is the chair of the county committee. If you go to slide 2, and you probably, maybe a little fuzzy, but you can get the idea on this. This tells the mission of the Alabama Bicentennial is to support, create, and execute events and activities that commemorate the stories for our people, places, and path to statehood. So how do we, as a local bicentennial committee, help to complete the mission of the state? Okay, and slide 3. Okay, so there's 4 project areas as designated by the state, and that's Governor Kay Ivey. First thing is Alabama Bicentennial Education. Okay, and this one's real easy because actually we don't have to do a whole. This is actually being done by the teachers and by the schools. This area is being really well served by our local schools. You'll notice in large banners in front of the schools it says Northport or Alabama Bicentennial School. Now next month October 29th, 30th, and 31st, and November 1st, we will hold the 5th Annual Alabama Heritage Days, which will be held at the Northport Community Center Park. All area 4th graders will attend a living history classroom that is designed to supplement their Alabama history curriculum. And everybody knows if they have a 4th grader, the 4th grade is all about Alabama history, all right? I can even remember that long time ago, by the way. The second one is the Alabama Family History and Heritage Project. Real simple. This is all about basically what we're doing. We're about documenting our history and heritage and how we can help the public do so. One example is that we will hold oral history workshops to help citizens document and video their family memories. Our first subject, and this will, just as soon as it cools off, because I was told we cannot do any of this until it cools off, is Mr. Bruce Davis. And that would be Councilman Davis's father. Our plan is to walk his mail route, which he worked for 41 years, if I remember correctly, and for him to tell his stories as a Northport mail carrier. And those ought to be some pretty good stories, by the way. Okay. The third one is the Alabama Passport Project. Now, this is an app you can download to your phone that will help you learn more about what resources are available locally. Okay. As an example, we are developing a YouTube project to give the viewer a short video on a local building or a past event. Each video link will be available on the passport and eventually on a local app that will be available long after the bicentennial is over. And I think we've handed out one to everybody. And so you can download the app and already start learning about the bicentennial. All right, slide 4. Okay, now this slide, and again, it's a little small, but I'll just go over a couple things. Is a current list of projects the committee has decided to create or sanction. So there's two things. We'll create some, but we'll also sanction some events as well. Okay. Also, if you have heard of an event you would like for the Bicentennial Committee to sanction, please contact one of our members. Such if maybe if you're having a run in December or November, we'd like to sanction that event and help promote it. I was looking at Councilman Sullivan
Well, yeah.
for your 5K run.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Sorry.
All right, and then slide 5. This slide gives promotional and fundraising plans to help fund the bicentennial projects. We currently have our Facebook page up and running and will shortly have a website ready. Be www.northport200.org. Northport has been awarded a grant from the state to help us get started. And of course, we'll need donations as well. In a couple of weeks, we will have our Northport Bicentennial t-shirts ready. The t-shirts are gray and are in several sizes. They will sell for $20. Not that I'm promoting selling t-shirts, but that's what we're doing. And profits from the shirts will help fund bicentennial projects. All right, so you notice the front, go back one, says Northport 200. That's our official hashtag. So you can go on the web and search that. And then the back of it is has Northport on it, our website, and then has the bicentennial logo with it. Okay. All right, slide 8. Okay. An Alabama bicentennial flag was ordered for City Hall and has been installed. Thank you, Chief Marshal, for getting that done for us. We appreciate it. You can order a bicentennial flag from the state, like for a private business or residence if you would like one. For a municipality or for a school, those are free. Okay, slide 9. Now the next 3 slides are examples of how local businesses can participate in the bicentennial. We will soon be promoting decorating storefronts like these to show in the pictures to show our history and heritage and how to promote public awareness of the bicentennial. We will hold a contest and give an award to the best displays. So if you have a business in Northport, I know Mr. Hogg does, Ms. Hogg, we'd like you to be one of those winners. So, but please do, if you have a business or a residence, we would like you to to display the Alabama 200 logo and also to decorate it. All right, and of course, that's 13 and 14. Okay, and then slide, is that 14? Okay, there we go. All right, so slide 14. Now, part of what we're going to do also is we're going to do scavenger hunts and also local trivia. We'll be doing most of the local trivia on our Facebook and website page. All right, so I'm giving y'all a chance. You're not going to win anything. I'm giving you a chance to answer the question. And the question is, this home was built, it's actually the first and the oldest structure built in Northport. So the question is, where is it, and who was the person that built it? This is like Jeopardy.
Clement's house.
You know.
Clement's house.
No, sir.
It looks like it.
It does kind of look like it, doesn't it? Okay. I see nobody responding, so nobody gets the prize.
I know where it is, I just don't,
It's on Main Avenue, okay. It is the Stone House. You win the prize. Nothing.
That was an
But you
inside.
still win.
She is disqualified because she's on the
That's right, she's
historical
disqualified
commission.
because she's on the committee.
On the committee.
So that's the house. It was built in 1825. And
Yeah,
it's
we
built,
pass by that every day.
you go by it every day.
Every day.
It's right there where you go into Crestmont School, right there.
Yeah, about the guy have to cut that grass on that high angle.
I wouldn't want to do it. That's a stout little hill there. But a man named Kenneth Finley built it. Kenneth is he is buried about 200 yards to the east in the old stone cemetery. Built at 1825. It was a log house. It's been wrapped a couple times in vinyl and whatever else. But that is the oldest structure and the oldest home in Northport. All right, do you have any questions?
I mean, unless mayor and council had questions, I just want to say thank you guys for the hard work. I know committee members and team members have been meeting and emailing, so I'm sure this is a great start and kickoff start to the work we're going to be doing. So, Chuck, very, very good job. Hey, committee members, stand up. Let's be recognized. That way, if it goes well, we want you to take the credit. Yeah, very good. We got a good crowd. We got a good group.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck, and all of the members.
Item 5 is approval of our agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as printed?
motion to approve.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 6 is formal visitors to address our council. I know we had a couple of them that are signed up, and they will be on the public comment, but we have one that is formally signed up on the agenda proper, and Mr. Charles with North Star Emergency Services will come visit with us.
Evening, Charles
Good.
Stewart, North Star EMS, and I'm here to present the Mission Lifeline 2018 Gold Plus Award. It's a team award between Northport Fire and North Star EMS, and the purpose of the award is to just demonstrate that we're providing the absolute highest level of cardiac care. It's all about achieving our 12 lead EKGs in a timely manner, and then getting those patients transported to the most appropriate hospital in the shortest amount of time. And so I'd like to just congratulate all of these guys for their excellent work in helping all of us provide the best patient care in Tuscaloosa.
Chief Marshal, you want to introduce our firemen?
I will say, Charles, thank you for the recognition, and we are honored to be part of the team and that provides us service. And thank you to this administration and to our citizens for giving us the tools to provide this service. But This is Charles Stewart with North Star EMS. We have Lieutenant Trawick, we have Firefighter Epps, we have Sergeant Holman, Paramedic Kyle Posey, and Paramedic Dalton Lancaster. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Item 8A1 under new business is a first reading of a rezoning for 0.22 acres located at 18th Street and 30th Avenue. Mr. Stevens.
Yes, sir. This is a piece of property currently zoned RS, single-family residential, and it was recommended by the Planning Commission to be rezoned to C3 General Commercial.
All right, thank you. Is there someone, council member, want to offer that for a first reading?
I'll offer that for first reading.
Thank you. Offered up by Councilman Hogg. AB1 is a resolution authorizing our mayor's office to execute an agreement for stop-loss insurance. Mr. Rose.
Yes, sir. This is for our annual stop-loss renewal contract. We are self-funded on our health insurance costs, and we contract through Cobbs Allen, and they have shopped us out. And lowest bidder on our stop-loss is HCC Life Insurance Company. They were our provider last year. It is an increase from last year, but we recommend that y'all move forward with renewing this contract through Cobbs Allen.
All right, thank you. I'll move to adopt a resolution authorizing our mayor's office to enter into an agreement with HCC Insurance Company and Cobb Allen for our stop-loss insurance. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Sullivan. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second item is a resolution authorizing certain equipment as surplus. Ms. Starnes gave us a very brief list. They range from a shoplift that will be auctioned off, and 2 refrigerators and a microwave that will be recycled at the proper recycling facility. I'll make a motion to adopt that resolution declaring these items as surplus and authorizing their proper disposal. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 3 is a resolution awarding bid file 18-02 for pest control services. Again, this is a 3-year awarded bid, and it went to DC Scientific, and I'll make a motion to authorize our mayor and city administrator's office to execute necessary agreements with DC Scientific for the 3-year term. It will range from October 1 of 2018 to October 1 of 2021. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 4 is a resolution authorizing our mayor's office to execute an agreement accepting the grant funds from the ALDOT streetscaping project. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. This is the grant that we received 2 weeks ago from ALDOT, allowing us to use federal funds. By moving forward with this allowance, the mayor will be able to execute, and we will be able to send on to Montgomery and get the appropriate signatures. We hope to go ahead and receive all signatures back within a month or so, and we can move forward with beginning the design process if you choose to do so.
Thank you. Very good project, and can't say enough good things about it. Very congrats to staff really being aggressive on this grant and getting it. So is there a motion to adopt that resolution authorizing our mayor's office to execute that funding agreement with the state of Alabama for our streetscaping project?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 5, couple items are going to be budget related, so we'll let Mr. Higginbotham and Councilman Sullivan kind of give us a brief synopsis on this one. The first one is a resolution adopting our fiscal year 2019 general fund budget with the exception of agency funding. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. Councilman Sullivan will go into a little more detail. I would just, I guess, like to start out by mentioning that this budget does reflect growing revenues. We had estimated revenues to grow this year from last year, and we've done that over the previous couple of years. We've seen good results. It's been nice to see, and I think it's good news to see that revenues such as sales tax are continuing to grow in the city of Northport. One thing to keep in mind as you're looking through your budget, it does include with it, you'll be capital expenditures. We were able to go ahead and budget for purchases as well as certain projects. The expenditures that you are looking at do include the two grants that we received this year, such as recycling and the streetscape project for downtown. So both of those will be in your 19 budget, so we can begin implementing those in the coming few months. Finally, I guess one thing I would point out as Councilman Sullivan is about to go in it is the retained earnings to me are a good representation. I guess I do want to point out that does show, I think, a dedication of department heads and staff to work hard on these budgets and to make sure that we stay within them as we're moving forward. And I do want to point that out as well. Councilman Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr. Higginbotham. I do want to run through some numbers. I know you guys don't have anything in front of you, but for council members and mayor, if you would get your sheets out, I want to run through and hit the high notes. To go through this budget line by line takes me about 4 hours. I condensed it down in our work session to I think an hour and a half, and I'm going to try to do it in about 15 minutes tonight. But it's very important you hear these numbers, you hear what we're doing, how we're doing financially, where our revenues come from, where our expenses are going. And as Bruce said, it's been a very, very good budget. I really want to thank Council and Mayor for allowing me to be on the Finance Committee. It's been very, very challenging, but it's been very rewarding to get to where we are today and present such a clean budget. We've been very conservative. We've stayed on track, and that goes to our department heads. They've done a wonderful job. You know, this was a very, very challenging budget. I want everybody to keep in mind we went from a calendar year budget to right now, hopefully fixing to pass the fiscal year budget. So we had to write a 12-month budget, stop when it was over, and we wrote a 9-month budget to help get us in the transition to this. So the page you have before you today only shows the proposed budget for 2019. It does not show you 18 because you can't compare the two. Your numbers are not going to look right, and that's because it's only 9 months of the year. You'll really get to see a total picture after this budget, and once we get into the 2020 budget, you'll be able to then have the comparison back to see exactly what we're doing. Your trend will look better. So just always keep in mind there's going to be a little blimp in the road, you know, when you get to 2018 because it is only 9 months, and it's very easy to forget. So, you know, for general purposes, if you're going through the budgets just year by year and you see that, that's gonna look like an error, but it's not. So I do want to run through some numbers and talk about some really good stuff in this budget real quick. I want to start with, as Bruce said, the retained earnings. If you'll see, it's a little bit over $4 million this year that's rolling over into 19. A good portion of that money is going to go to the 2018 capital purchases. If you know, we passed those, I think a month or so ago, a couple meetings back. So that is in the 2018. However, those bills will not come in until 2019 because we just passed it. So when those come in, that's why that money is going to be rolled over and will be taken care of out of that fund. If you look down below, and remember state law requires us to budget at 90%, so these numbers are your 90% of a revenue. So our total general fund is just over $29 million. That's budgeted at 90%.